Anyway, now let's talk about the rights Sharia gives to women. I'm sure you have a script written for that too, because you knew I would bring that up. Needless to say that their statements worth half of that of a man, meaning they're not equal. Quran 2:282. They get half of the inheritance compared to their male counterparts. Quran 4:11. Female captives can be used as sex slaves, but above all, the biggest setback for women, especially Muslim.
Inheritance is an easy point to. Women get less inheritance. Why? Because they have less responsibility. Men are responsible for providing for their wives and their children. Women don't have that responsibility. God hasn't put the responsibility on them, on women, to provide financially for their children or for their spouse. So that justifies getting more inheritance. This is the holistic system of the Sharia. It makes complete sense.
Women is that their male counterparts can physically discipline them, as Quran 4:34 instructs. Forget about how Muslims interpret this verse, but its true manifestation can be seen from one of your own videos, where once a Muslim, not an atheist, not an ex-Muslim, a Muslim who hadn't turned off his compassion switch, like you have told you, this is not how Muslims treat women like you do. And you replied to him by asking, don't you want a woman who obeys you? Yes, you need an obedient servant, not an equal life partner with whom you build a relationship of trust, love on the basis of equality. Yes, you have your own worldview of preserving family and marriage and fertility rate and all that. Is this how you want to do it? You know what? Probably better if human race goes extinct. You build it upon how much she obeys you. Cook me dinner, okay, husband. Wash my clothes, okay, husband. If you fear disobedience from her, you can beat her up as per the Quran. Societies that build upon concepts like human rights will outlaw this because they say human rights, not man's rights alone. My partner or wife will simply say, go cook your own food. And I'll be like, okay, honey. In your article, my sister, you would...
He doesn't realize how bad that looks, right? So, I don't want to elaborate because I don't want to violate any community guidelines, but... So, I mean, what kind of relationship is that? Just think, you're married to someone. Yeah, a human relationship, like a human marriage that everyone has, but also Muslims, especially Muslims, is that it's a loving relationship with your wife. And true love means that you sacrifice and you give and take. So why can't I expect my wife to help me? I'm not telling her to cook me a dinner out of spite. I don't even have to tell her, she's going to do it. Because this is a partnership in the sense that we are dependent on each other. I mean, partnership is not the right word because that implies equals. But we're not equals. Like, the buck stops with me. I'm the man of the house. And that is because I have all these responsibilities. Major responsibilities. It's very obvious. Like, I make this point all the time, that if we're sleeping at night and suddenly at 3 a.m. we hear a crash, someone's breaking through the window of our house, and my wife says, can you go and find out who is breaking in forcibly in our house? I would say, no, you do it. No, actually, I don't feel like it. You go do it. Why can't I? Where's my rights? You can't tell me what to do. I'm a strong, independent man. This is equality. You go check who the murderer that's coming and busting into our house. You go check that out. We're partners here. Who said I have to go do that? Right? No, obviously, I'm the man. I have to go and literally put my life on the line to protect my family. That's something that's natural. That's something that everyone recognizes. That's something that every man actually just naturally has the instinct to do, to protect his womenfolk, to protect his children. That's natural. Human nature. This is why patriarchy is natural. We keep saying this, but falls on deaf ears. If you have this kind of equality marriage, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, Harris Sultan, you need to watch this and tell your wife, okay, I assume you're married, tell your wife that yes, cook me dinner, and next time a guy breaks in, I'll step and intervene and protect you. Okay, be a real man, Harris. Or better yet, imagine you and Apus are walking down the street, and then there's someone who's coming to attack you. Okay? Don't you expect the man in the relationship to stand in front and protect you? Don't you expect Apus to come and stand there and defend you from this attacker, Harris? Right? So every now and then you need to cook a meal for Apus. Every now and then, just cook a nice meal for your hero, Apus. I think that's really going to be the best for your relationship with him. And he's going to sacrifice for you, right? He's going to protect you from these attackers, from these mean Muslim debaters online. He'll protect you. So every now and then, cook him a nice, delicious meal. It's only fair.